my comments. There we go. Hey, Joni. Oh my gosh, there's everybody's comments. Hi, Karina. Hey, Gayleen. Hi, Linda. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, everybody. I hopped on a couple minutes early, but you're all ready for me. Hi, Lori. Hi, Erin. I hope you guys find this time okay. I forgot to announce last week that I was changing it to be 8 o'clock. Hi, Liz. To be 8 o'clock every Wednesday so that I'm consistent with the rest of the girls. Hi, Deborah. So hopefully tonight we won't be up till midnight making cards. Because I will fall asleep. Because like Heather said, I think in a previous post, I go to bed at 8 o'clock. I don't, but just about do. Hi, Corey. Hi, Shahada. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad it works well for you guys. You can remember 8, Lori? Well, it's funny because I've been going on at 7:30 since the beginning of time. But then the other girls changed it up, so it worked because it worked better for them. So then I'm like, I can adjust. I don't have kids, I don't have a life, so I'm good. Anyway, so tonight what I am making is I'm making 10 cards tonight with the Gather at Home card kit that I put together. Hi, Judy. So after tonight, if you're interested in purchasing this card kit, I will have the link in my post. And the card kit is $25.99. And you get a package of these coordinating solids paper pack. And it's got 6 12 by 12 double-sided textured papers in it. And this is what I use for my card bases. And then you also get a full pad of the 6x6 mega pad Gather at Home printed paper. And you also get a bag. I've used some of it on my cards, but a bag of little goodies. So that's, and the envelopes. So you get 4 6x6. We're making 4 6x6 cards and 6 A2 size cards. So you will get envelopes for all those cards as well. And it's only $25.99. And we're making 10 cards. And I used probably half the pack of this, so you still have another half pack. I used the whole pack of this, and then my little bag of doodads. So okay, good, Shahada. That's good. Yes, Megan's coming on tomorrow at 9. That's for the Lucy, on the Lucy page, Joni. For her kit only, to get you organized for her kit. Hi, Carmen. All right. So it's like I said, it's only $25.99, so that's like $2.60 a card. And you can still make a ton more cards with the rest of this pack and your own cardstock at home. So let's get started, because like I said, we'll be here all night. So for our card bases, I don't know if you can see that. What we're going to do is cut our card bases first out of all of them. So we're going to cut one of the peach and green into 2 6x12 cards, because they're going to be our We're going to make our 6x6 cards out of that. And then one of the black and blue 12x12 cardstock, we're going to cut that into a 6x12 as well. Okay. You're behind on Lucy prep, Allison. That's okay. You'll catch up. I suggest you watch everything anyways before you do anything, and so you'll have lots of time to. So then we're going to cut another one of our 12x12 peach and green cardstocks into 8.5 by 11, and then we're going to cut that piece into two 5.5 by 8.5s. Then for the two blue gray 12 by 12 pieces, we're going to cut them both into 8.5 by 11. And then you're going to cut one to 4.25 by 11. So you have two pieces that are 4.25 by 11. And one you're going to cut into 5.5 by 8.5. So you have two pieces that are 5.5 by 8.5. Judy, Lucy's going to happen over 4 days. It starts tomorrow night. There's 2 classes tomorrow night. There's a class Friday night, then all day Saturday, and a lot of the day Sunday. So yeah, the major, well, my major kit is on Sunday, and then Megan's is Saturday, and I believe Betty's is Saturday too, and Heather's. Like, we have the bigger ones that day, but yeah, it goes over 4 days. Has everyone got those cutting instructions okay? That's for your card bases. Okay. So I've already cut everything, so I'm just going to give you measurements. So it's best to, if you do get the kit, watch first, write the measurements down, and then you can assemble. Okay? So we're going to take one of our pieces of 5.5 by 8.5 peach and green cardstock. So you can see it's peach and green. Let me turn my light on. Maybe that'll help. Oh, maybe not. And you're going to cut off a piece that is 2 1/8 on this side. So it's like 8.5 here. You're going to cut off a 2.5 inch piece, or 2 1/8 of an inch piece. And then you're going to fold it here at the 4.25 mark. So that it's basically, you fold it in half and you cut this in half, if that makes sense. You cut one of the panels in half, so it's like a little foldy thing like that. And I'm going to use the green on the outside. And then from my cards, my printed paper, which is from the Gather here, I selected the peach gingham kind of checky stripe. It has this lovely green flowers on the back. Yeah, Judy, it's you get your money's worth, that's for sure. So this strip is 2 by 5.5. That can't be right. It can't be 5.5. It's got to be 5 1/8. 5 and because this is 5.5. See what I mean by watch first and then assemble? It's actually 5 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. 5 3/8. You can see that. 5 3/8. Because this is 5.5 wide, and you want a little bit of a border around it. So I'm going to put that on. Hi, Janet. We're just making some cards. Then I cut a green gingham piece that has the cups on the other side, and I'm using the green gingham. And I cut it 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Can you guys see that? So it's 3 3/4 square. And then I took a piece of the cardstock that I had left over from when I cut this to 8.5 by 11. And I cut this piece to 3.5 by 3.5. I think I'll use I'm not sure yet. And then I took a piece of with the jugs. Aren't those cute? Or the pitchers. And it has the peach on that side. And I cut this piece to 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So they all like mat on top of each other. Like that. Just trying to decide if I want to do peach or if I want to do green. Oh, I think I'll do green. Yeah. So we're just going to put these together. Like so. I remember to put my ribbon on. Okay, like this. And then I'm going to take a piece of the organza ribbon that's in your goodie bag. And I need some tape. I'm going to put just a piece of tape on the top on the left side and on the bottom. Show you how to make a faux bow. So then you put your ribbon on like this. I'm just going to wrap it down like this. You see that? I'm just going to cut that off. And then I'm just going to slip this under here and just tie a little slip knot. Can you guys see okay? Am I too far away? Let me know. My camera to fall away. There we go. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I like the green too, Joni. I think it matches better. Just like that. Trim up the little bits. Okay, so then I'm going to put this on my card like this. So I only want to put adhesive on on the left side. So I'm actually going to use tape because I put ribbon on there. So I'm going to use some tape. Cut that piece too big. That off, and I'm just going to put that centered. I could have put another strip of tape if I wanted to, but I think this will hold it really well. Okay, so then you could put just a little square of white cardstock on the inside for your note, or you could just leave it like this and write your note on top of that. And then from the, I think it's a 3x4 cut apart. You can find it. Oh yeah. From this page, I just cut the little couch out. So it's like, how big is it? It's like 2 5/8 by 1 and almost 1 3/4. So then I'm going to use some pop dots, and I'm going to pop that up. I'm going to have some beautiful paper on the back. Like, I hate to... I really had a hard time cutting this paper up because I really liked a lot of it, like both sides. So, and in the mega pack too, you get some solid sheets of cardstock in there too. It's pretty cool. So I'm just going to set this kind of in the middle here. Now, if you don't like your little ribbon there, you can move it along because you just... Yeah, I think there. And then if you want, you can add some little doodads. Get my little doodads out. So you get like all these things in here. Some brads, this thing, I don't know what it is, a hat pin, ribbon, some other brads, and then half a pack of these enamel dots. So I think I will put some peach ones on. Just look, these ones go so well with just like that. There. Cute. Simple and cute. And it's just like you can use it for anything. All right. So that's that card. All right. Then we're going to take the other half of our base, our peach and green base. Clean up our mess as we go, and we're just going to fold it in half, and this time I'm using the peach side. Okay. Thanks, Janet. Yes, right. It's a cold winter night. It's crazy. So again, the base is 8.5 by 5.5. And I just folded it in half with the peach side out. And then from the paper pad, because there's like solid papers in there too. So I took one of the solid papers, the gray and the blue, I guess that is. And I cut that to, I want you guys to see that, 4 by 5.25. And then I cut a bunch of strips from my various leftover pieces. I cut all of these, I cut 4 strips that are 7/8 of an inch wide by 5 1/8 long. And then the Let's Stay Home 3x4 cut apart that's in your paper pad, I cut it down to 2 3/4 by 3.5. Okay. And then a piece of the peach cardstock that I cut from my base, I cut it to 3 1/4 by 4. I made a boo-boo, so don't look at that. And then the green and black cardstock, solid cardstock that's in the paper pad, because it's the thinner, I cut to 3 by 3 3/4. And then I just have a strip of cardstock and 2 little strips of printed paper. Okay. So I'm going to take my gray and my strips, and I'm going to just lay my strips out like... Now, if you want, you can put a little bit of gray in between your strips, like that. Or you can bump them up together. I think I'm going to put them... There we go. There's too much white in the middle. I'm going to do that. This one is like the one with the clocks. I use that one. Just just kind of put that one on first. And then this is from that paper again that I used on my other card. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, is a strip from yeah, these two, I think. No, this one is a strip from here. This one at the top. So many, and you could use this one as a strip too from that same paper if you wanted to. So much variety in the cardstock that you get, or the printed paper. And they're also pretty. Yeah, the peach and black is nice, isn't it? Oh, thanks, Karina. They are, I think they're fairly quick cards, but they're decent. Like, they're not the regular, oh, just plain old Jane old, you know, attach cardstock to cardstock, blah blah blah. Change it up a little bit. So I'm going to put the base onto, or my strips onto the base. Okay, and then I'm going to assemble. Oh, I want to put, so I cut this strip out to I didn't say how much it was. I think I'm going to cut that down to 4 and to 4. I was going to let it hang over, but maybe it doesn't even need it. See, this is what happens when I don't pre-make the cards and then make them again. I change my mind. I thought it might look okay. Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so this piece is just a piece of cardstock scrap from cutting out the bases, and it's 1 inch by 4. Cut that to 4 pretty good with my eyeballing. Okay, so then I'm going to just assemble these. So again, the peach, oops, let me just mute that. The peach is 3 1/4 by 4. The black is 3 by 3 3/4. And the Let's Stay Home is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. It's a 4 by 4, 4 by 3 cut apart that I cut down. Put that. And then I cut these little strips, and they're just like tiny, tiny. So a 1/2 inch by, I think, 2 3/4. And I just cut them. I'll show you where I cut them out of. And I'm just going to put them along the top of this Let's Stay Home, just to give it a little bit of, so it's not so green. Let's see if I can show you where I cut it out, because I used like as much of this paper as I could. So after I cut this strip, you have this strip with the hole in it. I cut a piece off of either side and use that because it's still good paper. Like, it's just got a hole in it. So why not, right? You could even, like, if you needed a longer piece and it was with that hole in the middle, you could use it and then just put something over the hole, which I think I do in another card, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So then I'm going to just use some pop dots again. I should be using my tape because it uses lots of pop dots otherwise. Get some more from Heather from the store. Just pop that up in the middle. And maybe I'll use a couple of these. Oops. That's not good. There we go. I don't know if I like that. Nope, needs another one. That's the problem. Needed a 3. There's that card. Okay. Now for this card. Well, thanks, Deborah. It's simple, but it's pretty. So I'll show all the cards again at the end. So for this card, I totally let the paper do the talking. Like, it's so beautiful. So I took one of the blue and black, I guess, or maybe I don't know. It's that greeny color and that gray color, gray and blue, I guess. 8.5 by 11. Folded that in half. Then I took a piece of the peach and green from the Mega Pad, and I cut that to 5 1/4 by 4. And then I took a piece of this beautiful flower paper. This is my favorite piece in the whole book. Oh, thanks, Karina. Yeah, every little bit I could use. Yeah, Joni, yeah, it definitely needed an odd number. And I think that's one of the unwritten rules is to do it in 3s, if I'm not mistaken. So this is what the other side looks like. It's like hideous, but like I think they're lotus blossoms, if I'm not mistaken. So this is just such a simple card because I really like the paper, and I wanted the paper to do the talking. So I just put that on, glue on there. Yeah, that'll be okay. So I'm using the peach side, and I'm going to glue this piece that's 5 1/4 by 4 onto my card base. And this one's going to flip up like this. So then I'm going to take this, and inside your bag is a piece of this pretty mint green ribbon. So I'm going to do what I did for the other card. I'm going to just put a piece on it around the bottom. And you just wrap it around as flat as you can. Go to the other side. A little snippy. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape. Try not to come off the screen here. Over top of the ribbon, and then I'll add glue in the rest of the spots for this one. And put that on. And then you just take your ribbon, slip it under, tie it in a little knot. There you go. And like, it's, I don't know, I think it's stunning. I love this piece of paper. It's just like gorgeous. You don't even need to put anything, any sentiment on it or not. And that one's done. Now you could, if you wanted to, there's these 3 little brads that are in your bag. You could kind of put them in a corner if you wanted to, but I don't know, I really like the paper like that. Yeah, the ribbon just adds a little bit, right? And it's just, I don't know, I really like it. All right, there's 3. Okay. My next one. Let me take those out of the way. Is I took one of the blue and gray pieces like that are cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and then you're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Okay, you guys see that? Okay, you're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And then you're going to fold it in half like this. And then you're going to fold this piece back like that. Okay. So then I used, oh, this is the double Z fold card I'm making. This is what I'm making. Like, what am I making? Okay, so I've got all my pieces together here. Okay, so it's a double Z fold card. So this one's going to fold like this. Then you're going to take another piece of the same color paper that is 3 1/4 by 9 3/4. And you're going to score that at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. Okay, so this is 3 1/4 by 9 3/4. And you're going to score at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. And then you're going to fold it like a Z or a Z, like that. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so then your first piece of printed paper, I use this piece. I use the flowers, and I'm going to just put that right on my card base. Like so. And then I'm going to take this piece. So see, this one has a hole in it, if you can see it. But we are going to cover it up, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are. I think it's going to go like this. Yes. So this piece, why don't I have that written down? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. This piece is 2 3/8 by 4. Okay, I'm going to put that down on my foldy flappy one. Yeah, fun folds are fun. Give it a little something different, right? So I'm going to put it like that. So I have it all the same pattern. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put some glue on the back of here. Now if you want, you can use tape, but this glue is pretty good. And you're going to put it on so that it's kind of in the middle of the card. base, like so. Okay. It's in the middle of the card base, or the bottom. And then you're going to attach it over here. So just watch where you're attaching it, because you don't want to put glue on the whole piece, just part of it. And see, we covered that hole up. And then like, see, whoa, fun. Fun, full fun. Okay, so then I just cut a piece of white printer paper so that I have somewhere to write a sentiment or write something on. I'm just going to put that on the inside here. And it's just like 3 by 3. So I have somewhere to write. And then I took a piece of the picture paper. I'm going to use the peach side, and it's got the little hole on it, but that's okay, because I'm going to put it so that I cover it with my flowers. So in your goodie bag, you'll have 3 of these fun ribbon flowers. So this one I'm going to put on, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this and this, and I'm going to put that to cover that little hole. Okay. You can see what I did. Oh, put that in the right spot, otherwise there will be disaster. So this orange piece is also 3 by 3. Yep. Okay. Now this is, I believe it's a 3 by 4 cut apart. Yeah, here it is. So it's this one. But I just fussy cut around the Life is Better with You, because I just wanted that. And I'm going to put some pop dots on it. Pop it up. Okay, just kind of center it. And then I think, now I cut around my ribbon flower so that it's just the flower, because I think there's some extra little bits that's all around the flower. I'm going to see if maybe the hat pin will work with this flower on this card. I don't want it to hide. I don't know, this is actually the first time I've used a hat pin on a card, so I'm not too sure about it. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, thanks, Joni. Yeah, I tried to get some different shaped cards for you guys. Hat pin, yes or no? I don't know. I could take it or leave it, I think. All right. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to use some tape to tape my flower on. Could probably use glue or some pop dots if you wanted to, but try some tape. You think the hat pin's nice? Okay. I don't know if the yellow, maybe it's the yellow that's setting it off. I don't know. We can always take it off and put it on a different card if we get to a different card and think, oh, that'll work better there. Oh, come on. Okay. Thanks, Karina. All right. All right, let's get this on there. So you got to be careful. Like if you're this one, you probably wouldn't mail with the hat pin in it. It'd be one you give somebody. There you go. Oh, well, that turned out nice. Nice, fun. I call it a double Z fold card. Something different, and it will fit in a standard size envelope. All right, that's that one. Okay, here's another one with another fun fold. It's a gatefold card. Okay, so for this one, the base is 4 1/4 by 11, and then I scored on each side at 2 3/4. And this is the black and green cardstock base. That's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, and then I scored at 2 3/4 on each end, and then I fold them in so they meet in the middle. It's kind of called, that's why it's called a gatefold card, because it looks like it's a gate. Okay, this and this and this is this, and this is this. Okay, so that's that. So then I cut some panels for my gates. So from the teapots or the pitchers, I'm going to use the peach side. And they're cut 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. And then for the flowers, I'm going to use the flower side, and this is one of the cut aparts. But I like the flowers here, and I'm going to use those, and I cut them at 2 1/2 by 4. You can see that. Screenshot. 2 5/8 of 4 1/4 for the orange. And then 2 1/2 by 4 for the flowers, and you need 2 of those. Two each of those. Then you're just going to put them on each panel. I have to tell everybody a story, because you know I'm a storyteller. So I went to the dentist again today because 2 weeks ago they did a thing on the right side of my mouth. Now they had to do a fix a cavity on the left side. So I went today, and she gives me the needle for the freezing, and she's like, "Okay, can you feel that?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, well, sometimes people don't feel it until after I'm finished. They don't feel that they're frozen. And so she's like, are you okay if I start? And I'm like, no. I'm like, you are not touching me with the drill until I can feel that I have freezing in my face. So she's like, okay, well, I'll give you some more. So she gives me some more freezing. And it's so weird. I still couldn't feel it. And so I was like really, really kind of, I hate the dentist as it is. And so I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, you're frozen. I know you're frozen, but if you're not, you can just tell me that it's hurting, if it's hurting. Like, I just like, all right. So then she's going along, and it was fine. I didn't feel anything until and then finally about halfway through, I felt the freezing coming in, and it's like, well, you're fine and dandy. You come in now. But anyway, yeah, that's my little story for the dentist. That's my final dental story for a while. Oh yeah, there is yellow in the paper, Yvonne, isn't there? So that yellow hat pin will work. Okay, so then what I did was I cut these 3 pieces out. So this is just leftover cardstock again from cutting my bases, the peach and the green. So I cut this to 3 by 3. And this is from the bases as well, so it's the thicker one, and it's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then the house is one of the cut aparts. This one. And I just cut the house out. I took that welcome to our home off. And I cut the house down to 2.5 by 2.5. So I'll put those together. Yeah, she was like, just let me know if it hurts. I'm like, oh, you will know if it hurts. You will be knocked out, lady. But that's the first time that's ever happened to me, that I've never felt the freezing right away. And I was like, what is going on? But then, of course, she gave me a double dose, and then I really felt it when I was at home. I'm like, oh my God, my face. Oh, it was all good. Oh, the things we have to go through. Hey, people. Okay, so I assembled that together. I just layered them on top of each other. And then I'm going to attach it now, depending whether you're right-handed or left-handed. It will be what side you attach it on. I'm going to attach it to the right. So or the left. So make sure you just attach it onto one side. Otherwise, you won't be able to open your beautiful gatefold card. The things nightmares are made of, right, people? So again, I took one of the flowers, because I believe there's 3 in your goodie bag. So I'm just going to cut off this extra mesh that's kind of around it. Now I have to admit, I'm not one to go to the dentist, so I hadn't been there for like probably, I don't know, since I had my wisdom teeth pulled out, which is almost 10 years ago. So that's why I had a few cavities. Not as many as I thought I should have, which is good. So after I was done today, I said, yeah, see you in another 10 years. She's like, no. You come for a cleaning next year. I'm like, yeah, no. I don't gotta come, I don't gotta come. I know we need to take care of our oral health too, but it's like, oh, no. Okay, so I'm just going to put this kind of, again, down in the bottom here, I think. And then I think I'll use just a couple of some enamel dots here. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like that. What do you guys think of that one? I like that one. And it opens up. And then you can just put a piece of computer paper or whatever in there to write your sentiment. Fun gatefold card. I'm going to use up my doodads here. All right. We're getting there, ladies. All right. Open this one up, upside down. Okay, so thanks, Erin. So I've got another base. It is 4 1/4 by 11, the black and the green. Just folded that in half, and it's going to open this way to the openings on the right. Okay, so the base is 4 1/4 by 11, and then I cut a piece of the peach cardstock. That's 5 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut a piece of the leaf cardstock, or printed paper, sorry, 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to, what am I going to do with this? What did I want to do with this? Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. It's And so then I just cut out the home from this one. So there's a whole bunch of words. There's like 3 sheets with all these little words. So I cut out the home, and I cut out the home is where your story begins, and I cut out the welcome. I fussy cut around the welcome, so I just have the welcome. Okay. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that ribbon, but I think okay. I had something in mind, but now I can't remember what it was. All right, so I'm just going to put the peach on first, and I've got the green on the outside. You can use the black if you want, that's fine too. And I'm going to put the leaves on. Maybe I was just gonna tie a bow. And then for the home, I just took a piece of the peach and green paper from the pad, and I just cut it around the home, like matted the home on it. So I think it's like, I don't know, it's 1.25 inches by 2.5, and then the home is like, would be 2.25 by 1. And then I also took a piece of the leaf paper that I had left over, and I'm going to use the black side to mat on that on top of there, but I'm going to pop this up. I need some dimension here. Yeah, I was thinking just a bow would be good, Joni. I think maybe that's what I had in mind. That's why I stuck it in the bag. I think I'll do that. So I'm going to pop that onto the black. And then I'm going to pop up the black too. A couple of pieces. Put that in the middle. This would be good for, I don't know, welcome home. So someone who was away, or like maybe moved into a new home. I'm just going to attach this kind of like that. Then I'm going to tie this into a bow. I'm just going to make a bunny ear. Like so. Wrap it around my thumb. Tuck it in. My old card making class friends will know that I usually tie the bows for them, because they don't like tying bows, or they say they don't like tying bows. Maybe that's just so they don't have to. Right, Karina and Lori and Linda? Oh, a water pick. I think my son-in-law uses that. I may have to look into that. 'Cause I've heard things about cleaning too that's not very nice. You hear things from people and it's like, I don't think I want to go to the dentist. I need a pop dot here. Okay. Oh, these are super tiny. Forgot I had these tiny ones. All right, so maybe now I don't know where to put it. Maybe kind of sideways and sideways. Now I'm like struggling. Maybe. Thanks, Linda. Thanks. Thanks, Karina and Linda. I don't know if that looks good there or not. I don't know. It's kind of that. It's very white. I should have colored the ribbon, is what I should have done. Anyway, okay. So then I also have this little strip that I cut out. It's like home is where your story begins. So I just want to trim that up so I can see a little bit of white. And I'm just going to put it kind of on the inside of the card. Oh, that's too big. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. That looks good. Kind of sticks out, but yeah, that's okay. There we go. And that's that one. Simple, but I don't know, it's kind of nice. Not my favorite, but it's okay. It will do. Oh, my eye is watering. Okay. All right, now we're on to the 6x6s. So that means we've done 6 cards already. Woohoo! We're rock and rolling. And it's only been an hour. Oh, thanks, Aaron. I wasn't sure where to stick that bow, but anyway. Okay. So we're going to take one of our bases that's 6x12, the black and the green. And we're going to score it at 6 and 9, or if you go this way, 3 and 6, so that you fold it in half, and again you fold it in half this way, like we did the other smaller card. This paper I like to. Okay. And then the peach paper, which is just, it's the printed paper from the Mega Pad. It is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then I also cut a strip that's 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. I'm going to use the peach side. And the green flowers that come with this side, I cut that at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then the clock paper, I cut to 2.5 by 5.5. And there's the check on that side. I should have really took pictures of these cards because I'm like, what is this piece? Okay, so I'm going to, I don't know what that piece is for. I'm going to put my 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 piece on the inside of my card with the peach side up. And then I'm going to mat these pieces. So see, Karina, you can't even really see the green, so it's all good. If you use the green side. My friend doesn't like green. I don't blame her. There we go. And put the clocks on. Oh, I think I know what I did with that clock paper piece. This. So it's like that. And then we're just going to attach it to this side. Oh, and I think I wanted to... What did I get? Okay, first off, before you attach it, I'm going to do a little bit of black with the bow again. A bow with the black ribbon that's in your... A faux bow with the black ribbon that's in your kit. Okay, so I took one piece, just wrap it around. I cut this in, it's not long enough. Okay, good thing I have a piece left over. See me struggle, people. Oh my gosh, it's not even straight. Good gravy. What happens when it's like after 9 o'clock and it's like bedtime? Okay, there we go. Well, that glue doesn't take long to dry at all, does it? It's already dry. Put some more on. Boop, boop. Karina. Remember what I always tell you, Karina. You're supposed to be giving them away. So there we go. And just mats on there. Just nice like that. And then take one little piece. Slip it through. Tie your little faux bow. Like so. Just trim that up. And then the clock is also from one of the cut-aparts. This sheet. I just cut the clock out. And I'm going to pop that up. Oops, I think I went over the edge there. And I think this strip I was going to put over here. That's what I was going to do with it. It's not so peachy over here. There we go. Now it's 3/4 of an inch by 5 3/4. Okay, that's that one. Do we want to add a doodad? I don't think so. It's got the ribbon, so I think it's okay without it. Well, that's kind of like the other card we did. Where is it? Oh, now I can't even find it. Okay, maybe not. Oh, it was the fun fold card, but this, we didn't put a fun fold in here. You definitely could. Oh, that's that one. Okay. Okay, if Facebook craps out on me, you guys, don't worry. I will hop back on again. We're almost done now. Okay. So this is the green and black cardstock again. I don't know why I called it. Oh, here it is. You're going to score it at 3 and at 6. Okay. This one we're making it as an easel card. So it's going to pop up like this. Okay, that makes sense. Pop up like that. Okay, so you want to score it at 3 and 6. And then you're going to cut yourself 2 pieces of printed paper, and I use this paper, that are 5 7/8 by 2 7/8, and I used this side. And so they're going to go on either side of this panel. Okay. Just make sure you get your words up properly. Sometimes that 7/8, that eighth of a cut just isn't enough of a border. If it's not enough of a border, then you can cut it at 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay. So then for your inside piece, to make this stay, you're going to take the strip of this cardstock, which is on one of the, this strip. Okay, it's on one of the cut aparts. You're going to take that strip, and then I just took a strip of the top of the leaves where the hole is, because we're going to put those two together like that. And I cut out the word wonderful from my papers, all these little cut aparts, and that's going to go right over top of that hole, so we won't even see it. Okay, so let's put that together. So like if you're into using every little scrap of paper, this is a good way to do it. Oh, sorry, I'm off the page. Sorry. So I just put my strip of leaves there. It looks like I did it upside down here. And then I'm going to take my word wonderful, put that on. You may need to cut it down a little bit if you want it to show a little bit of the leaf part, but see, I covered that hole perfectly. I think I'm going to punch a hole here with my crocodile. One might have been too big. I'm going to put my star in there, I think. No, the square. My square brad. And I'm going to make it look like a diamond. I should have had another one on that side. Oh well, that's okay. Then I'm going to pop it up with pop dots. And then you're going to figure out whereabouts you want, like how high you want your little card to go. I think I went up, and you're going to put this down on top of it. Now, if you want, you could put a piece of white cardstock in here first, and then put this on. If you want to write a sentiment on there. Well, I think that looks okay. So I went up about 1.5 inches from the bottom to make the easel part. It's hard to show. Okay. All right. So then I took this 3x4 cut apart, and I cut it down to 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and I cut a piece of the peach paper that's in the mega pad to 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then I cut a piece of the blue and black cardstock from the card bases at 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. So then I put these two together, and then I'm going to pop it up onto my blue cardstock, onto the blue side. Like so. Okay. And then I'm going to attach this to here. So you're going to put it into like the middle, but you only attach it along the bottom part of your card, if that makes sense. Now you can use pop dots if you want, or I'm just going to use some glue, I think. And then that will just go like that. Ta-da! You can add the, because we added a gold thing here, we can add this little gold doodad here. I don't know how it's supposed to go on here. Like a paper clip, I guess. Not very easily, that's for sure. I don't know, that doesn't look right. Well, maybe it's got to go this way. There we go. There we go. That looks better. There. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Ta-da! So when it's flat, it's like that. And then when they open the card, they can set it up like that. I like that one. All right. Okay, two more. This one's pretty basic, I think. Oh, this one. Okay, this one I'm going to show you a little trick. An interesting little trick. Okay, so all my bits. Okay, so you're going to grab one of your 6 by 12 card bases. That's the peach and the green, and you'll just fold it in half. It will open this way. Then you're going to grab a piece of the black check cardstock, and you're going to cut it to 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then you're also going to cut a strip of the black check that's 1 by 6. And then you're going to cut a piece of the coffee cup cardstock or printed paper to 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. You cut a piece of the blue cardstock that's from the card bases that's left over, blue and the gray, to 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then you're going to cut out the 3 by 4 cut apart that says Home Sweet Home, and it's just 4 by 3, so you don't even have to cut it down. Okay, so that's that piece. So then what I did was I grabbed a heart punch. You could grab any kind of punch you wanted to, because all this paper is like, because we're matting the paper on top of the paper, it's like wasted paper, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna add a bunch of some hearts to my thing. So you just go punch out some hearts, or punch out whatever shape you want. And because we're putting this on top, you don't even see it. See? I don't know if you guys know how to do that, but I do that quite a bit, because especially with my glitter paper, if you're putting glitter paper as a back paper and you're putting something over top of it, like that's wasted paper underneath. So utilize it as much as you can. Unless you got scads of paper that you can just, you don't have to worry. But I don't know. And then you get some coordinating paper punches with your cards, right? So then you just put that right over top. It just covers the little hearts you punched out. I'm going to put that on my card base. So it's just got a very fine line of green around the outside. Okay. So then I think I have to remember what I did, what I was wanting to do. Okay. So then you take your strip of the buffalo plaid black, and I'm going to put a piece of the ribbon around it again. This time around the long ways of the strip. Well, thanks, Erin. I'm glad to give you a few tips and tricks in different designs. So then again, I put a piece of tape on either end on the back. And I'm just going to wrap this around like so. And then I'm going to put that onto my card base. Put some glue on there. And put it right in the middle. And it should go from one end of the card to the other. Okay, so then I'm just going to wait a minute for this, just so I can see where I want to put it. So then I'm going to, now if you wanted to too, and I was thinking of doing it and I totally forgot, you could sponge around the edges of all your cardstock, your printed paper, if you wanted to, if you don't like that stark white. Okay, so I'm going to put that onto the gray side, and I'm going to pop that up. Pop that up. Oops, not upside down. Wouldn't be the first time though. Just like that. Now if you wanted to, you could just leave it like that. I'm going to just slip this little piece of ribbon in onto the left side. Just make a little faux bow here on this side. I should have my bigger Tim Holtz scissors to cut this ribbon. Although those ones cut really well too. So I'm going to take the little hearts that I punched out and somehow incorporate them into my design. Like that paper matches that chair. I just realized that. Interesting. Look at that. Coordinated it and didn't even know. Maybe just one. One might be enough. Kind of here. Put some doodads on here. Oh, that's kind of nice. And then I've still got some hearts that I can use somewhere else. Or you could put it on the inside. Oh, the inside. Yeah, let's do that. one there. There we go. Fun. Or you could put one on your envelope. I like it. All right, ladies. We're at the end. This is it. You hung in there with me. Thank you so much. And then I have next week's class I want to show you guys. If you're still hanging in there with me. Okay. Oh, this one's using that beautiful paper again. Okay. So again, it's the peach and green card base. The 6x12, just fold it in half. And I cut a piece of the green polka dot. That's that side. That is 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then this beautiful paper again. That's 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. Okay. So put that on first. And again, if you wanted to, you could punch some stuff out of there. Some shapes. I'm not going to because it's not my cup of tea, that paper. But I just don't want to add anything onto my card from it. That's all. Then I'll add the flowers on. My favorite piece of paper. Okay. So then you have this fun piece of ribbon in your kit. So I'm just going to attach it. Oh, I probably should have attached it so I could cut it off. Beep. 5 7/8, I think. 5 5/8, because I want it to just go onto the flower one. 5 5/8. 5 5/8. Okay, I think that should be enough. All right, so this is going to be tricky to kind of stick down, but we're going to put stuff over top of it, so it will be okay if we put some tape right along the middle. I don't know why I didn't cut that into one piece. Good grief, Sandra. What are you doing? There. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, I should have put that on the envelope too. The heart. Okay, so that's just going to go in the middle. And then I took a strip of the, I think it's one of these again. And if not, you can just cut, oh yeah, it's the strip of here. I cut that to 1 inch, I believe. Yep, 1 inch by, I want to cut it to 5 5/8. Five 5/8. Still a smidge too big. Should have measured it with my cutter. It would have been better. But it's the end of the night. It's time for bed. Right, ladies? So I just put that over the middle, like so. And then why is that not staying? I have to hold that down for a minute. And then from this sheet of words, again, I cut out happiness and together. I cut them separately. There, I think that sticks. Cut those out. And then out of just the little pieces of cardstock I had from the bases, I just cut little pieces to mat them onto, just to make them pop up a little bit more. So I'm just going to glue those on. And I'm going to add some pop dots. I'm just kind of play with the words. And then this is what the roses look like uncut. So you'd have 3 of them together. So I'm just going to trim that up, so because I wanted to show you guys what it looked like, but of course it was in my last card. So I'm just going to trim it up. See what I'm doing here. Trim that excess off. Then it's just going to kind of go to the left here. I didn't even use all the doodads in my bag. You'll have leftover doodads, you guys. Can make more cards. Definitely make duplicates of these cards if you, with your card bases, your own card bases. Because I don't think we have any more of the Gather at Home coordinating solids. We used them all. Gather together. Yes, tomorrow is another day, right, Linda? I have vacation day Friday because I am going to, it better not snow, because I'm going to go to Heather's. All the teachers are going to be teaching from Heather's on the weekend. So I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Getaway, a getaway. If I want to add more little doodads there or not. I don't know what they'll look like. You know what? Why not? If you want to add some gold doodads, you can. You don't have to. I want to use them up. That's a very simple card. But the ribbons really add some. And then, of course, the paper. That paper is just beautiful. And there we go. Yeah, we will have a blast. It'll be fun. Okay, so that's our card. All our cards from our card class. So if you guys are interested, the link will be in my post. Or if you just go on to, I'll just push this out a little bit here. If you just go on to Unique's webpage, or in the Unique store, and search for my name, you'll find all the kits that I have available. And this kit is only $25.99, like I said. All right. Okay, so next week, what I have coming up, and I have it all, it's all cut and ready and waiting. Do you guys remember when, or maybe you don't if you're new, this line of paper came out? It's the Simple Vintage Cottage Fields paper. So it came out and like we sold out of it right away. And so they did a re-release just this month. And so I put together a flip book kit. And so this is going to be next week's class. So in the flipbook kit, you're going to get this flipbook, which has those beautiful flowers on it. You're going to get a package of the chipboard frames. You're going to get a package of the foam stickers, like fun foam stickers. Love. A package of the decorative brads. Like, oh my god, they're brads. They're brads, but they're not brads. They aren't like the old school ones I used tonight. They don't have the pokey things on the back. You're going to get a package of the layered stickers. Like, look at those. Oh my god. Oh. And you're going, I can't show you what it is because I have all my papers cut up. You're going to get a package of the 6x8 Cottage Fields printed paper. And you're going to get a sheet of 12x12 peach cardstock and 12x12 robin's egg Swiss dot cardstock. So like I have, oh, I almost forgot about this. You're going to also get a package of the floral bits. Like, look at the little floral bits. We're going to use all that? Like, oh my gosh. So much stuff in this kit. And we're going to use as much of it as we can. So this paper, like you're going to get the peach paper. I don't want to like dump everything because I have it all set out for cutting. The peach and the teal Swiss dot. This one will have instructions, written instructions with the kit, so no sweat. Don't worry if you can't look at the video or whatever. Why is there a string in here? That was weird, but anyways, because I didn't think I gave string. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that next week, and that flipbook kit, it's $56.99, but you get all that stuff. We're going to use a lot of it. You may have a little bit, the papers, you won't have any paper left over, but you may have stickers, some chipboard frames, whatnot left over. But, and we're going to make this awesome flip book. It's going to be cool. You have it unopened? Oh no, Linda. Well, here you go. I can give you some ideas on what to use for your flip book. So, that's also in the online store. If you search under my name, you will find it there. So you can purchase it for next week, or you can watch me do it next week and then decide if you like it or not. Just because I don't have a finished one. Like I said, we're trying new things this year, so we aren't completing something to show you and then doing it. So we're doing it, we're completing it as we're doing it, if that makes sense. But anyway. So anyway, thank you very much for hanging in there with me for an hour and a half and completing some fun, awesome cards. If you are signed up for Lucy Palooza 4, we begin tomorrow night in the Lucy Palooza 4 special page at 7 o'clock. You'll be with me. We're going to make 3 cards. And then at 8 o'clock, you're going to be with Heather. And Heather is also making cards, I believe. And then Friday night, Betty is doing her cards, I believe. And then you'll just follow the schedule. But so thank you all for joining me. If you're not signed up for Lucy Palooza 4, I will see you next week. If you are, I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks everyone, and happy crafting.